How did the most gifted player in baseball history become one of the most controversial figures to ever play the game? Alex Rodriguez was supposed to be one of the greatest of all time. A true five-tool athlete showing promise from his first year in the big leagues, more talent than guys like Derek Jeter, signing record-breaking deals at a young age and changing the way the game is played. We're going to take a deep dive into A-Rod's career and how he almost ruined it. Alex Rodriguez was born in July of 1975 to two Dominican immigrants. The Rodriguez family moved around while he was still young, eventually landing in Miami, Florida. A-Rod grew up watching his father play baseball locally and found a love for the sport and eventually played at Westminster High School, where he was a star shortstop. Through his high school career, he hit over 400 and stole 90 bases. His senior year, he was an All-American, hitting over 500 with 9 home runs in just 33 games. In 1993, A-Rod was considered one of the top young prospects in the country. A-Rod initially decided to play baseball at the University of Miami, however decided to sign with Seattle Mariners after being selected first overall in the 1993 MLB draft at the young age of 17. A-Rod signed for $1.3 million over 3 years with a $1 million signing bonus. In 1994, A-Rod made his professional debut.
Hi, I'm Alex Rodriguez, shortstop for the Foxes, and I'm inviting you to see great baseball at Gilman Field.
Taking no time to work his way through the minor leagues. On July 8th, A-Rod made his Major League debut against the Boston Red Sox, tallying his first Major League hit. After a couple years of dropping to the minors and being called up, A-Rod officially cemented his role as a Mariners starting shortstop for the 1996 season. That season, he led the American League in batting average, hitting .358, which was the highest for an AL right-handed batter since Joe DiMaggio in 1939. He also hit 36 home runs and knocked in 123 RBIs. A-Rod came out just short of MVP voting, however, for only being 21 years old, his career only looked up from there. The 1998 through 2000 seasons did not look much different for A-Rod. He continued to be one of the most prolific hitters in the league, putting up MVP numbers every year and becoming the third ever member of the 40-40 club, and becoming the youngest player to ever reach 100 home runs and 100 stolen bases, which was later broken by Mike Trout.
A lot today. Cole takes off, and this out to left. Back is Rasmus at the wall. Gone, a big fly for Mike Trout, and the Angels retake the lead. It is 3-1. And number 100 of his career.
After the year 2000 season, A-Rod became a free agent and signed a record-breaking deal with the Texas Rangers. He signed a 10-year, $252 million contract, which in today's money would be around $471 million. From 2001 to 2003, A-Rod took over the major leagues, hitting 52 home runs, 57 home runs, and 47 home runs, with his lowest batting average being .298.
Here's the pitch, swung on, high fly ball to right center field. It's carrying well, it's on its way, and that ball is history. There's number 57 for A-Rod. Back-to-back homers for Blaylock and A-Rod, and it's 2-0
In 2003, A-Rod won his first MVP trophy. However, the Rangers were unable to win games, so they looked into trading him. The Rangers made a deal to send him to the Red Sox. However, the MLB Players Association was able to veto the deal. With an injury to the Yankees starting third baseman, the Yankees were able to move in and finalize a deal to acquire A-Rod, moving him to third base and acquiring the best player in the league. A-Rod continued to produce while playing for the Yankees. However, the controversy began to start. In 2007, a well-known power hitter and steroid user and one-time friend of Alex Rodriguez, Jose Canseco, came out with news that A-Rod was a hypocrite and stated that A-Rod had been an avid steroid user.
Then ironically enough, if you look at his, when you go to spring training, they have to take physicals. If you look at his weight gain from the time I introduced him to the steroid dealer till after that, he gained about 20 or 30 pounds. And ironically enough, when you ask Alex Rodriguez, did you use steroids? Or did you mess around with Jose's wife? What's his answer? I don't want to talk about it. That's an admission of guilt. You want to know why? You accuse me of that and I'm innocent? First of all, I'm going to call you up and straighten you out. Second of all, I'm going to take a polygraph done. I'm going to sue you for everything you're worth. That's a serious admission of guilt. All these people are guilty. They know it. You know it. The cameraman knows it. Everyone knows it. But they all called me a madman.
In 2007, A-Rod repeatedly denied using steroids and any other performance-enhancing drugs.
For the record, have you ever used steroids? human growth hormone or any other performance-enhancing substance?
No.
Have you ever been tempted to use any of those things?
No.
You never felt like, this guy's doing it, maybe I should look into this too. He's getting better numbers, playing better ball.
I've never felt overmatched on the baseball field. I've always been in a very strong, dominant position. And I felt that if I did my work, since I was a rookie back in Seattle, I didn't have a problem competing at any level. So.
But in 2009, Sports Illustrated reported that A-Rod had tested positive for 2 different types of anabolic steroids during his 2003 MVP season with the Rangers, where he tallied 47 home runs and passed the 300 career home run mark. A-Rod later did another interview coming out clean about his PED use while playing for the Rangers, stating that it was a different era of baseball and that he has since been clean his whole time while in New York.
What's the truth?
When I arrived in Texas in 2001, I felt an enormous amount of pressure. I felt like I had all the weight of the world on top of me, and I needed to perform at a high level every day. Back then, it was a different culture. It was very loose. I was young. I was stupid. I was naive. And I wanted to prove to everyone that, I was worth and being one of the greatest players of all time. And I did take a banned substance, and for that, I'm very sorry and deeply regretful. And although it was a culture back then, and Major League Baseball overall was very. I just feel that, I'm just sorry. I'm sorry for that time. I'm sorry to my fans. I'm sorry for my fans in Texas. It wasn't until then that I ever thought about substance of any kind. And since then, I've proved to myself and to everyone that I don't need any of that.
So you're saying that the time period was 2001, 2, and 3?
That's pretty accurate, yes.
Due to the rules in the MLB at the time, there were no punishments given. However, it did create a dark stain on his legacy that started to seem as if it was falling apart. Although all the talks regarding A-Rod using PEDs hurt his reputation, A-Rod seen that he would be able to come out on the other side of things and continue his historic career. A-Rod began to struggle with injuries and playoff issues during his time with the Yankees, missing many games due to constant knee and hip injuries. A-Rod's playing time began to decline, and we were no longer seeing the young prospect we once saw. Then, the biogenesis scandal between 2010 and 2012, ran by Tony Bosch, came to surface around 2014. An anti-aging clinic and hormone replacement therapy center was found to oddly be interacting with some of the top MLB players at the time. These players included Melky Cabrera, Bartolo Colon, Yasmani Grandal, Ryan Braun, Nelson Cruz, and of course, Alex Rodriguez. Many other players were named as well, however none of the players received anywhere near the punishment that A-Rod received. While most players received 65 to 50 game suspensions, A-Rod received a full 162 game suspension, which was unprecedented at the time. A-Rod immediately took to the air and shared his thoughts on the verdict. A-Rod and his lawyer did not hold back, airing a 40-minute interview detailing their frustration with the commissioner and MLB baseball's disciplinary process. Due to this, A-Rod was forced to sit out for the whole 2014 season.
What we saw today is just, it was disgusting. And the fact that the man from Milwaukee that put this suspension on me with not one bit of evidence, something I didn't do, and he doesn't have the courage to come look at me in the eye and tell me, this is why I did 211. I shouldn't serve one inning. And this guy should come to our city. I know he doesn't like New York. I love this city. I love being a Yankee. My daughters grew up in New York. And for this guy, the embarrassment that he's put me and my family through, and he doesn't have the courage to come see me and tell me, this is why I'm going to destroy your career. And I have to explain this to my daughters every day.
So you thought he... Now,
After sitting out for the whole 2014 season, A-Rod returned for the 2015 season. In the offseason, A-Rod wrote a handwritten apology to Major League Baseball, the Yankees, the Steinbrenner family, the Players Association, and the fans. A-Rod reported to the Yankees spring camp early and made the opening day roster as a DH against Toronto, where he went 1-for-2. As the season would go on, A-Rod would reach career milestones, passing Willie Mays, hitting his 660th home run, and later hitting one more to hold sole possession of fourth place on the all-time home run list.
Wants to get a hit. Now let's see. Does he have hit privilege? 3-0. Swung on, driven to deep left. It is high, it is far, it is gone. Alex Rodriguez pinch hits a home run. His 660th home run to tie Willie Mays for fourth place on the all-time home run list. What an ultra-dramatic moment. An A-bomb from A-Rod, and the Yankees take a 3-2 lead.
A-Rod will also go on to knock in his 2000th RBI, score his 2001st career run. A-Rod will also go on to hit his 3000th hit off of Justin Verlander by hitting a home run.
6 games at home to try to get one more hit to get the 3,000. High fly ball, deep right, Martinez back, track, wall, see ya! He did it in style! He joins the 3,000 hit club with a home run!
A-Rod would then go on to hit his 25th Grand Slam, extending his record for most career Grand Slams. After a horrible slump in the second half of the season, A-Rod still managed to hit .252 with 33 home runs and 86 RBIs. Not too bad for someone who just spent an entire season at home. In 2016, A-Rod began to battle injuries again. Shortly into the season, A-Rod announced that 2016 would be his final year in Major League Baseball. Some rejoiced in the news, and others wished they could have seen an entire career from A-Rod without all the controversy and suspension. Others believed they'll never know what A-Rod could have actually been due to the steroid use.
Last night I wrote a few things down. I didn't want to forget anyone. This is a tough day. I love this game, and I love this team. And today, I'm saying goodbye to both. This is also a proud day. I was 18 when I broke into the big leagues.
A-Rod didn't necessarily get a farewell tour, but he was given a chance to say goodbye in his final home game. A-Rod finished his career with 696 home runs, 3 MVPs, 3,115 hits, 2,086 RBIs, and a career .295 batting average. Since A-Rod's retirement, he's definitely turned the corner when it comes to people's hate towards him. A-Rod began his career in sports broadcasting, helping with many primetime baseball broadcasts. This version of A-Rod we see now, helping the game, is much more self-aware than his younger version, who is all about himself and lying. A-Rod at times has been seen willing even to share jokes about his past, making him much more personable to viewers. Although it is understandable how fans could be upset with A-Rod about his time as a player, no one can deny that he is one of the most knowledgeable people in the game of baseball, being one of the top players over the span of 2 decades.